MTs Bilingual Muslimat NU Pucang Sidoarjo is located at Jenggolo Street, number 53. This school is accredited A. MTs Bilingual implemented three curriculums which are National Curriculum from Ministry of Education and Culture, Curriculum from Ministry of Religious Affairs, and Cambridge Curriculum. This school was founded in 2012. Even though it is a new school, this school has received various awards. Almost all of its graduates are accepted in the best public schools. As Islamic school, we run Amalia of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jamaah in our activity at school. We start by doing morning habituation with activity of reading Asmaul Husna, reading Istighosah, doing duha prayer, reading Al-Quran, and praying before start to learn material. MTs Bilingual Muslimat NU Pucang Sidoarjo. The teachers. The headmaster of MTs Bilingual is Mr. Syamsuhari ST SPD MM MPD. The vice principal of MTs Bilingual is Mem Ika Dwi Lesari SPD MPD. The Vice Principal of Academic Affairs and Curriculum is Mem Sylvia Dwi Anggraini SPD. The Vice Principal of Students Affairs is Mem Jumiarsi Husnul Khotimah SPD MPDI. The Vice Principal of School Finance and Operation is Mem Sandra Dewi and Eskom MM. This is our school staffs. This is our teachers. The school vision. Educational concept of MTs Bilingual Muslimat NU Pucang Sidoarjo is Muslim and Muslimah generation of MTs Bilingual should be good in language acquisition, good ubudiyah and good muamalah, always critical thinking and problem solving, communicative and networking, collaborative, creative and innovative, good in mastering digital technology. Vision of MTs Bilingual Muslimat NU Pucang Sidoarjo. The first is enhancing learners' ability to cope with a global competition. This is including of English proficiency is measured based on TOEFL test result. Coding material. Build a networking by working together. Critical thinking and problem solving. Creative and innovative. Second, enhancing adab in accordance with Islamic law. This is including of enhancing adab in mosque, enhancing adab in school, enhancing adab at home, enhancing adab in the environment. The third is running Amalia and Ahlus Sunnah wal Jamaah. This is including of enhancing the reading of Salawat, enhancing the reading of Tahlil, enhancing the reading of Istighosah, enhancing the reciting of Al-Quran, enhancing obligatory prayer and Sunnah prayer, The school mission. Mission of MTs Bilingual Muslimat NU Puchang Sidoarjo is the first, implementing practices consistent with the teaching of worship and language. This is including of the process of worship is done through habituating both at school and at home, both fardu and sunnah. The process of worship also through reading the Al-Quran in tartil and tahfidz. English is done through habituation activities, tool and the language of instruction, as well as material content. The second is implementing learning according to learning lesson plan based on house criteria. The first, educators are able to transform and transfer planting character education integrated with literacy culture. Students are accustomed to carrying out critical thinking process and problem solving. Students and educators creative and motivate in learning process. Educators and students are able to communicate and create networks and collaborate in problem solving. Conducting learning in accordance with ASTEAM. A S T E A M. Education. A for adab. S for science. T for technology. E for engineering, A for art, and M for mathematics. So, in MTs Bilingual, our learning activity is based on ASTEAM. A. Adab. Educators and students uphold adab. Adab being a habit. To make adab as a habit for students, every morning we start our activity by reading istighosa, then continue by duha prayer. After that, we read Al-Quran. We also doing duhur and asar prayer in the mosque. S for science. Science as knowledge, scientists, and applied science. In science lessons, students will do some experiment related to their real-life problems and learn some applied science so that they can build their science knowledge and become a scientist. This is the example of students' activity in science laboratory. T. Technology. Educators must be able to apply effective and efficient learning technology. Educators must be able to apply digital technology in learning.
We will have Pythagorean theorem. History is that Pythagoras studied with men known as rope stretchers, who were men that built pyramids. The Pythagorean theorem was discovered through the ropes that were used to calculate lengths needed to build pyramids in order to lay their foundations accurately. Some historians speculate that ancient Egyptian surveyors once set up numbers 3, 4, 5 to make square corners. The theory is that surveyors could stretch a knotted rope with 12 equal segments to form a triangle with sides of length 3, 4, and 5.
All the material that is learned by the students is in the form of digital learning material, so that they should be expert in operating technology. This is the example of the digital learning material. In this pandemic era, technology is really influenced in learning activity. MTsB Bilingual provide learning using video conference with the students so that they can still learn the material with the guidance of the teacher. This is the example of our activity in this pandemic era. We're still conducting the learning activity, but through video conference. E. Engineering. Educators and students must be able to do shooting, editing, dubbing, and packaging. Every educator must be able to make digital works. As we know that all of the material of MTsB Bilingual using digital learning material. This is the example of conducting learning activity in this pandemic era. Using the digital material that is presented to the students through video conference, we as teachers still teaching to them so that we can still do the learning process. Art. Learners are directed to be able to create performance art and event organizer. This is the example of art performance by the students. In MTsB, there are so many art performances that should be presented by the students during an event. In every semester, there will be so many events so that they should present art performance based on their class. Mathematics. Math learning is more emphasized on creative and innovative. In mathematics learning, students should be creative and innovative, especially in solving some problems related to real life. They will do some experiments in learning mathematics so that they can solve real-life problems. Extracurricular of MTs Bilingual Muslimat NU Pucang Sidoarjo. The first is Pagar Nusa. The second is Robotik. The third is Paskibraka. The fourth is Tasmi. The facility in MTs Bilingual Muslimat NU Pucang Sidoarjo. Every class in MTs Bilingual there will be smart television because our material is in the form of digital learning material, so that the television will help the students to watch the material. They can watch the material through video, animation, or any other digital learning material form. Computer laboratory, science laboratory, auditorium. The achievement of MTs Bilingual Muslimat NU Pucang Sidoarjo. MTs Bilingual achieved many awards as the best school in leading innovation program based on international standards. This is the awards and the certificate that is achieved by MTs Bilingual. Mr. Syamsuhari, as the headmaster of MTs Bilingual, also achieved many awards as innovative and visionary leader. This is some of the achievement of the student of MTs Bilingual Muslimat NU Pucang Sidoarjo.